Welcome beloveds, this is Nikita. Welcome back to my channel. We are continuing with the 4 agreements. Today's session is really important one. It's about to not take things personally. Is it a challenging one? I mean, people are really aware about how they take things personally, right? So we will learn to not take things personally. First question, why do we take things personally? First reason is that we don't know truly ourselves. Like we are not aware about our true authentic self. We can learn that, but we are not aware of our true authentic self. So we are not able to discriminate correctly that how what is about me or what does it say about me, or most important question, does it say anything about me? That's the first thing. Second, constant need of approval and validation from others. That also adds on to the cycle of taking things personally. Now, seeking approval and validation from others all the time is completely different from considering opinions and feedback of others, which is okay. And the third thing, this need to prove yourself as right. Like, I am right, you are wrong. So, this process is the world revolves around me. This further reinforces selfishness and self centeredness. Thinking that what I think and what I do is only right. That's the only perspective to be considered, and completely dismissing others' experiences, others' thoughts and actions. That also adds on to taking things personally. So, thinking that I am only right and I have to prove you wrong, this adds on to this pain very, very badly. Okay? Now, taking things personally means agreeing to what is said. So, for example, if you say, Nikita, you look really nice, I like your ideas, I agree to this thing, meaning I have taken it personally. I have made it about me, about myself. And if you say, Nikita, I don't like your ideas and you don't look good, you look fat or chubby, and I accept it and I agree to it, that means I have taken it personally. So, taking it personally means agreeing to what is being said without checking if that piece of information has anything to do with me, because it has really nothing to do with you. That's the lesson you have to learn. Don't take anything personally. The world just doesn't revolve around you. Okay? Now, why this is the case? So, understand it this way first. Each individual has gone through the process of socialization or through the process of domestication, right? And throughout that process, our belief systems are developed. Okay? We have this belief system, meaning the rules and assumptions about ourselves, about the world, and the other people. So, for example, if my belief system goes something like, I should be loved and accepted by everyone, or nobody should reject me or abandon me, or I must do so and so to be loved and accepted by others, I must be a perfect success. If I am not a success, then I am not worthwhile, I'm not important person, and I will be not accepted. So these are the examples of rules and assumptions which are at the foundation of our belief system, and based on that we have these beliefs and thoughts and ideas about ourselves, about other people and the world. The point here is that every individual has its own belief system, right? And every individual operates in this world based on his or her belief system. Okay? Now, because every individual is functioning based on his or her belief system, whatever that person think and say and does to me, what does it say about me? I mean, does it really say anything about me? No. That's the correction here. Because every individual has their own belief system, has their own rules and assumptions about themselves, about the people and the world, whatever they think, whatever they do, what has it to do with me? I mean, it just doesn't say anything about me. That's the lesson here. With this understanding, you will understand why not to take things personally. That is one thing. And the second thing is that people are constantly also adding into each other's suffering. You know, the need to be right, the need to criticize, the need to prove myself. This everything no adds on to more of defensive thoughts and defensive reactions, which further adds on to this cycle. Now understand this way, that because everyone is functioning as per their belief system, so whatever the other person says and does, what it has to do with me? I mean, whether the good and the bad, I can have a neutral outlook. It just doesn't say anything about me. It doesn't say anything about you. The way people treat you, it doesn't say anything about you. The way people think about you, it doesn't say anything about you. The way people feel about you and act towards you, it doesn't say anything about you. Then it says about whom? Whatever people think and say, it says about them. It says nothing about you. So if people appreciate you, that also says something really beautiful things about them. If they punishes you, if they abuses you, if they are constantly criticizing you, again it says everything about them. That's the work they have to do. They are operating from the place of insecurity and fear and hurt and disappointment and resentment, but it says nothing about you. How often we just make other people's stories about us, how often we just willingly accept other people's garbage. I mean, rarely people, really work on this good, true ideas. But when it comes to something really negative, we just, quickly just make it about us. That means no awareness of true authentic self and also the other points like I said. And this is how you are agreeing to what is said and then making it all about you. So you see, whenever we just accept the garbage of other people, that means we have made it our own garbage. Now it has nothing to do with them, because we have just swallowed, as the author says it, we have just swallowed other people's poison, and now it has become our own poison. This is what happens when you take things personally. What author says, that immunity to poison in the middle of hell is the gift of this agreement. Meaning, if you are immune to this poison, you don't take it personally, you don't accept it, you don't make it about you, rather you question it. Does it really say anything about me, or does it say more about the other person who is being abusive, critical and whatnot? Then you will not take it personally. Then you are immune to this hell. And that is the gift of this agreement. And you see, every human being is a masterpiece, as in you don't have to just become like, oh, I don't have to take the positives of other people or the negatives. It's not like that. The point here is that every human being in their own humanness operates, okay, and operates as per their belief system and whatever they have come to experience and believe. So that is their own unique individual experience and journey. But you see that each and every person is, each and every person could give you a piece of information that you can choose to decide to accept or not accept. So the people you interact with, come across with, whatever or in whichever ways the transactions are happening, be it positive or negative, you can choose to decide that this piece of information that is coming from the other person about me, does it say anything about me, or it has more to do with the other person? And if you find some truth in it, like if you see that, okay, I'm taking it personally, I'm making it about me, you can check that there is any some kind of improvement is required on your side. I mean, there must be some truth in it. Like, you can check if it says something about me, I can work on it and improve, but not to just entirely take anything personally, because you have to remember, it says nothing about you. It says everything it says about the other person. That is the point here. Okay, and this is how, all the agreements are made, and then we keep on reinforcing every day. I mean, imagine in your own mental environment, how many times you are taking things personally. The stories, the narrations you tell in your own mind about yourself and about other people, or replaying that old tape recordings all the time, that is how also you are taking it personally. And then it just goes on and on and on until one really stops and asks, does it say anything about me? And actually, the thing is, it doesn't say anything about me. Okay, and if you think that some work needs to be done, you can always work and improve. That's a different thing to work on. So this second agreement, let us make this second agreement: I don't take anything personally. Huge freedom comes when you take nothing personally. Huge freedom comes, because then you can be in the world. You can have a really beautiful relationships with other people. You will not stay in conflict and resentment for something that person did 20 years ago. Who knows, or maybe in the past lifetime, and you just remember it, and it just goes on and on, because you just want to prove, no, I am right, you are wrong. And whatever you are saying, I am taking it personally, because in a way I'm agreeing to what you are saying. See, if you don't agree to what other people say, no, there is no way that you can take it personally. Then you have just a very centered and correct understanding, about the entire situation involved. So huge freedom comes when you not take anything personally. So I would just say, free yourself from this cycle, from this needless cycle of suffering. Don't take anything personally. Whatever people think, say and do, it says everything about them. It doesn't say anything about you. So let this be your mantra: I don't take anything personally. Thank you so much.